When I saw Tim Noakes ripping out the whole chapter from The Lure of Running, I was both amazed and thrilled.
In Serial Killers, I used a whole foods, high-fat diet to hack my genes in a quest for better health. This time, we're moving into the world of elite athletic performance. This is Serial Killers 2, and we're run on fat.
There's mountains of research that processed carbohydrates and sugar make you sick.
I've never done an expedition of any kind, even just like day trips, without having a lot of sugary foods involved.
When I was training for the Olympics in 1996, diet was all about calories and carbohydrates.
In my day, the magic ingredient was you had to do the carbohydrate loading diet, and then you also had to try and do 100 miles a week.
That information is what misled all of us, myself included.
In fact, I became pre-diabetic myself.
Sami Inkinen is a world Ironman champion. He's fueled by whole foods. He's a fat-adapted athlete.
The switch in my diet, first away from sugar, then away from processed carbohydrates to much more whole foods and quite high-fat diet, have really helped me perform well in the long-distance events.
Sami Inkinen adopted the principles of Steve Phinney, one of the most controversial doctors in the world of nutrition.
My peers think that I'm a heretic. They can't understand why I would persist in standing by data that is so contrary to what everybody wants to believe.
He's been right for 30 years.
They were the real pioneers, and they just had to take it on the chin. And that took great courage.
These isotonic sports drinks have been outed as nothing more than sugared water.
Personally, I'd like to see a warning on sports drinks, on sodas, on Coca-Cola and on various things like that, so that the children and the parents that are buying these understand the implications of putting sugar and the amount of sugars into their kid's system.
It's poison. It's really poisoning us.
In the races now I drink water.
Water is the perfect sports drink. That's all you need.
No gels, no sports drinks.
My main sports drink when I'm racing is tap water and table salt.
We are gonna row across the Pacific Ocean from San Francisco to Hawaii, completely unsupported, so we've got to carry all of our food and our drinks with us.
They're going where no man and woman have gone before.
Yet it's really the modern day equivalent of the old Arctic and Antarctic explorers.
The amount of work that we will likely be doing every day is like running 2 marathons for 60 days back to back.
I'm not aware of anyone who's done that kind of prolonged event, 45 to 60 days of continuous physical activity on a low-carb diet.
We put Sami through a number of our assessment tests, and he performed incredibly well, not only for an endurance athlete, but for some of our more seasoned athletes right out of the gate.
He's really well adapted. He has a great metabolic engine, so to speak, with a low heart rate, using the fat as fuel.
Fat is an excellent fuel for endurance performance.
My ability to burn fat has tripled.
This is a truly bold endeavor on their part and has the potential to advance our knowledge about this a great deal. So there's an opportunity to do some really interesting scientific observation.
We wanted to do this expedition as an example to people that not only can you live your normal everyday life eating whole foods and without sugars and processed carbohydrates, but you can do a huge expedition like what we're doing, rowing 12 hours a day each, just eating whole foods and none of the packaged processed carbohydrates and sugars.
Processed foods do not offer the athlete any competitive advantage.
The athletes aren't waiting around.
Many of the leaders in the pack and even people setting records are low-carb runners.
The performance food of the future is real food.